Hold on to your hats, folks, because Trump's at it again. This time, he's got something that could shake up your finances in a big way. This time, he's dropping a tax cut plan so big, you might need a bigger wallet. Imagine having more cash to spend on the things you love or save for a rainy day. That's right. The Donald is talking about slashing taxes left, right, and center. He's promising to cut taxes for individuals, families, and businesses alike. He says it's going to put more money in your pocket and boost the economy like never before. Picture yourself enjoying a nice dinner out, or finally buying that gadget you've had your eye on. Now, we all know Trump loves a good deal, and he's pitching this tax cut as the deal of the century for the American people. He's confident that this plan will be a game changer. But is it really all sunshine and rainbows? There are always two sides to every story, and this one is no different. Or are we about to get a healthy dose of reality with our tax returns? Could there be hidden catches or long-term consequences we need to be aware of? Let's dive into the nitty-gritty and see what this tax cut plan is all about. We'll explore the fine print and uncover what it means for you and your family. We'll be breaking down the jargon, dissecting the details, and separating the facts from the, shall we say, alternative facts. It's important to understand both the benefits and the potential drawbacks. So, buckle up, grab your calculators, and get ready for a wild ride through the wacky world of Trump's tax cuts. We'll look at how this plan compares to previous tax cuts and what experts are saying about its potential impact. Historically, tax cuts have had mixed results. Some have spurred economic growth, while others have led to increased deficits. How will Trump's plan stack up? Small businesses and large corporations alike are watching closely. Will this be the boost they need to expand and hire more workers, or will it primarily benefit the wealthy? And what about the middle class? Will they see significant savings, or will the benefits be skewed towards the top earners? These are the questions we need to answer. The political debate is heating up, with supporters and critics voicing strong opinions. It's a contentious issue that's sure to spark lively discussions across the nation. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this developing story. We'll keep you updated with the latest news and expert analyses, so you can make informed decisions about your finances. Whether you're a supporter or a skeptic, it's crucial to stay informed. After all, these changes could have a significant impact on your financial future. As tax season approaches, keep an eye on how these proposed changes might affect your tax return. Preparation and knowledge are key to navigating any new tax landscape. So get ready to celebrate potential savings, but also be prepared to face any challenges that may come with this new tax plan. It's a complex issue, but we're here to help you understand it all. Join us as we delve deeper into the world of taxes and uncover what Trump's tax cut bombshell really means for you. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stay tuned. Okay, folks, let's try to untangle this tax cut web, shall we? Taxes can be a real headache, right? It's like trying to unravel a ball of string that's been tangled up for years. You pull one end, and it just gets more complicated. But don't worry, we're here to break it down for you. Imagine your taxes are a giant plate of spaghetti, because who doesn't love a good carb analogy? Each noodle represents a different tax rule or deduction. It's a mess, but it's our mess. Now, picture trying to make sense of it all while you're hungry and just want to eat. Trump's plan is like taking that spaghetti, throwing it against the wall, and seeing what sticks. It's chaotic, but sometimes that's what it takes to see what works and what doesn't. It's a bold move, but is it the right one? First up, he wants to simplify the tax brackets. Currently, we have 7 tax brackets, which can be confusing. The idea is to reduce them to just 3 or 4. This sounds straightforward, but let's dig deeper. That sounds good, right? Less paperwork, less confusion. Imagine being able to file your taxes without needing a degree in accounting. It could save time and reduce stress for millions of Americans. But hold on, because simplifying doesn't always mean better. Sometimes the devil is in the details. What if simplifying the brackets means some people end up paying more? Or what if it benefits some groups more than others? He's also talking about lowering the top tax rate, which, surprise, surprise, benefits the wealthiest Americans the most. This is where things get controversial. Lowering the top rate could mean more money for the rich, but what about everyone else? Then there's the standard deduction. This is the amount you can deduct from your income before calculating your taxes. It's a big deal for many people. He wants to nearly double it, which sounds great for the average Joe. More money in your pocket means more spending power, right? It could help families save for a rainy day or pay off debt. But at the same time, he's proposing to eliminate or limit other deductions that many families rely on. This could include deductions for things like medical expenses, student loan interest, and more. So while you might get a bigger standard deduction, you could lose out elsewhere. So, are we really coming out ahead, or is this just a shell game with our money? It's like weighing your options on a scale. You might gain in one area but lose in another. It's a balancing act. And it's not always clear who the winners and losers will be. It's like trying to figure out if you got a good deal at a mattress store going out of business sale. You see the big discounts and think you're getting a steal, but are you really? Sometimes those deals come with hidden costs. You might save some money, but you might also end up with a lumpy mattress that gives you back problems. In the same way, a tax cut might look good on the surface, but it could have long-term consequences that aren't immediately obvious. We'll have to see what the fine print says. The details matter, and it's important to read the fine print before making any judgments. Tax policy is complex, and what looks like a good deal at first glance might not be so great once you dig into the details. So, what's in it for you? It's a question worth asking. Consult with a financial advisor, look at your own situation, and make an informed decision. The impact of these changes will vary from person to person, and it's crucial to understand how it will affect you personally. Remember, tax policy isn't just about numbers, it's about people. It's about how these changes will affect your daily life, your family, and your future. So stay informed, ask questions, and don't be afraid to seek help if you need it. Time will tell how these changes play out. Keep an eye on the news, stay engaged, and be ready to adapt as needed. The tax landscape is always evolving, and staying informed is the best way to navigate it. In the end, knowledge is power. The more you know about these changes, the better prepared you'll be to make the best decisions for yourself and your family. So, stay curious, stay informed, and take control of your financial future. So, the million-dollar question, or should we say the few $100 question, because let's be realistic here, is how much will you actually save under Trump's tax plan? It's a question that has been on the minds of many Americans, from the average Joe to financial experts. Everyone wants to know if they'll be swimming in dough or just getting their feet wet. Well, that's where things get a little murky. The details of the tax plan are complex, and understanding them can feel like trying to read a foreign language. Many people are left scratching their heads, wondering what it all means for their wallets. The Trump administration is throwing around numbers like confetti at a parade, claiming that the average American family will save thousands of dollars. They paint a picture of joyous celebrations, with families rejoicing over their newfound savings. But independent analysts are singing a different tune. These experts have crunched the numbers, and their findings are not as rosy. They warn that the promised savings might not be as substantial as advertised. They say that while some middle-class families might see a small tax break, the biggest winners will be the wealthy and corporations. The rich get richer, and the corporate giants continue to thrive, leaving the average American wondering where their piece of the pie is. Look, I'm not a math whiz, but even I can tell you that you can't cut taxes without cutting spending unless you want to end up deeper in debt than a college student with a caffeine addiction. It's basic economics. If you reduce the money coming in, you have to reduce the money going out, or you'll find yourself in a financial hole. And guess who gets stuck with the bill when the national debt skyrockets? That's right, it's the American taxpayer. When the government borrows more money to cover its expenses, it's the citizens who eventually have to pay it back, often through higher taxes or reduced public services. You guessed it, the American taxpayer. So, while the idea of a tax cut might sound appealing at first, it's important to look at the bigger picture. Will you really be swimming in dough? Or will you be left high and dry? Only time will tell, but it's crucial to stay informed and understand the potential long-term impacts on your finances.